Years of terror. Years of war. Years of unrelenting conflict. 750,000 victims of terror-related trauma live in Israel today. Natal is their home.
It happened on the second night of Hanukkah. My daughter and I were at home. We heard the code red siren. We heard a shriek and code red. I called my daughter. I shouted, "Nafit, Nafit." She came running to the stairs, holding her head and screaming.
At that moment, a Qassam rocket hit the home of the Sasson family. Shula saw her older daughter fly through the air to the other side of the room.
I was sure that no one in the house was left alive. It was quiet, silent. I felt pressure in my chest and I collapsed.
Liz, Shula's youngest daughter, was outside at the time.
I phoned. There was screaming, and they hung up. I called again, and they hung up. I tried once more. Someone asked, "Who's this?" I said, "It's Liz." What happened?
When Liz finds out that a rocket smashed into her home, she hurries to the emergency headquarters to find out what happened to her mother.
I got there and saw my mother on the bed. She couldn't stop shaking. I hugged her, and I cried like I never cried before.
Liz stops leaving the house, severs contact with her friends, and suffers from nightmares. The reality of these children is the reality of Qassam rockets and constant fear. Raziel, Shula's son, has survived 5 rocket attacks which fell near him. Once on his way back from school with his older brother, they heard the code red siren.
We're walking, and he decides to lie down on the grass. I told him, "You're getting up now and coming with me."
At the last moment, Raziel pulls his brother away, and together they run to a shelter nearby. The rocket falls exactly where his older brother was laying on the grass.
It would have wiped us out. It falls and that's it. Nothing's left of you.
After the incident, Raziel went to sleep in the cage. That's how they called the sheltered room at home. He slept on a bed 1.5 meters long, which made it impossible to stretch his legs, and refused to leave.
You're scared. You say if it'll happen to me, if it'll fall near me, if I'll be injured, what will happen? You just don't know how to continue living.
Life at home changed completely after the rocket attack.
After it hit my home, I was shattered.
Shula, the mother, stopped functioning. The rocket broke the family's heart.
The kids saw me falling apart, and that's what hurt the most.
Specifically for people like them, Natal developed the unique Natal Mobile Unit project.
We identified the difficulty of people who cannot get themselves out of the place where they were hurt due to their fear. Instead, we go to them, to their homes, where we treat them and their families. We're going to connect one finger here, okay? And each time you exhale, try to think that you are letting a bit more pressure out of your body.
Liz and Raziel learned to deal with their fears and overcome them, thanks to the personal guidance they received from Natal therapists. Thanks to the treatment by Natal, the family's life changed completely. Shula began to function again as a mother. Liz went back to her friends and life as a teenage girl. And Raziel left the cage and began sleeping in his own room. We are here to listen to the fears of post-trauma victims, to treat each wounded soul individually. We are here to rehabilitate the victim and help him or her create a new life, to help those who cannot express themselves.
We're talking about 10% of the people we meet every day, on the street, at work, everywhere, who suffer from post-trauma symptoms. 750,000 people. Natal is here to help these people, to be their personal and professional address that brings them back to life.
Help help us to help those who need us. For the soldiers. For the children. Natal is a home thanks to you.